Thanks for joining us from the Ohio AgNet Voice You Know at the News You Trust studio, sponsored by BASF, where you can count on the trusted performance of Alivo's seed treatment to protect your soybean crop. I'm Joel Norwood. Well, we're taking the studio on the road today. We're at the Southwest Ohio Corn Growers and Fayette Agronomy Field Day, and what a nice group of folks out here just outside of Washington Courthouse coming together to learn all about the latest topics in agriculture and also talk with each other about, hey, how are your crops doing? Harvest just around the corner, which is hard to believe. But joining us right now, Buck Mignot. He's Vice President of Agricultural Lending for LC&B National Bank, title sponsor here of our remote at the show. And Buck, thanks for joining us. And a familiar last name here on the Ohio AgNet. Buck, how are you today?
Good morning, Joel. Good to see you. Good to see you.
Good to see you. And hey, what a great time to be having some great conversations with farmers who are stopping by, agriculturalists of all kind. And I'm sure you've had some interesting conversations coming into 2025 from a financial perspective. We knew it was going to be tight. Yep. Has it lived up to expectations?
It probably exceeded expectations, to be honest with you. Yeah, we had been telling guys at the very beginning of the year when they got through 2024 that they really needed to pay attention to their financial statements, and when we're looking at projections for 2025, we needed to make sure that everybody was on the same page. And I think listening to Ohio State, Purdue, Illinois, we knew what was coming. We didn't get the bounce last year in the grain market we thought we would get in the spring. We anticipated we weren't going to get it again. So our focus with our customers was to make sure you dotted all your I's, crossed all your T's, and make sure that you used realistic numbers, because you can put a bunch of numbers on paper, but if it's not going to shake out, it's not going to shake out. And I had a few guys last year that they didn't do anything wrong. They were just optimistic, and when those numbers didn't hit, it forced us to go back in, and we may have to redo balance sheets. We may have to look at different financing, take some short-term, move it out to long-term, do the whatevers.
And as we're taking a look at things, say cost-cutting measures or whatever, before the conversation here, you noted, hey, one thing that we don't want to be cutting cost is?
Crop insurance.
Right.
I've had that conversation with a few folks, and, after last year, there was some disappointment because they thought, well, we're going to have a nice big crop insurance claim, but after all the prior years, their APHs were up. Well, something happened at the end of the year that the APH came in right at or just a tick under, and the crop insurance claims were not as large as some people thought they were going to be, or they wanted them to be. As we said earlier, when you're talking to a farmer, I always ask them, what do you insure? You insure your life. You insure your equipment. You insure your house. You insure your barns. You insure everything. Why wouldn't you insure the one thing that pays for all of it?
Buck Mignot, Vice President Agricultural Lending at LC&B National Bank, joining us here on the Ohio AgNet from the Southwest Ohio Corn Growers Field Day. Find out more at lcnb.com from them. Let's take a look at the weather thanks to Seed Consultants. Simply better performance online at seedconsultants.com. Here's Ryan.
Another warm one over Ohio here today, but we do have some thunderstorms trying to head towards us. I'm Chief Meteorologist Ryan Martin. Let's take a look at that Ohio Ag weather update. I think as we get into mid to late afternoon, we have to watch for some scattered showers and thunderstorms trying to develop in northwest Ohio, and then that moisture spreads southeastward overnight through tomorrow morning and midday. Could see a refiring of a second band of action tomorrow late afternoon and evening. Overall, I think that pencils in anywhere from a quarter to a 1 inch of precipitation, and I'm going to better my coverage a little bit, maybe push it closer to 75-80% across the region as we get through this. Now, we're back to dry weather for Thursday and Friday, perhaps a bit cooler, but still rather humid. I'm Ryan Martin.
And thanks, Ryan. We'll be right back with a look at the markets.
When you're buying seed, there's more to a transaction than money. You're exchanging time and trust, hoping each decision adds up at harvest. Seed consultant sales professionals don't take that lightly. With products made to excel in the Eastern Corn Belt and agronomic knowledge that stands up to the test, we're all about the same things you are: reliability and results. Buy into a better seed experience. Visit seedconsultants.com to view our corn and soybean lineup.
Let's check out what's driving markets today. Here's Ryan Metzger.
This is Ryan Metzger with Lice Mercantile, providing you with your USDA Crop Progress Report update for the week ending August 11th. The USDA reported that national corn good to excellence was lowered 1% to now be 72% good to excellent, with 94% of the crop silking, 58% of the crop entering the dough phase, and 14% showing dented. Ohio corn, good to excellence, was lowered 4% to now be 55% good to excellent, with 95% of the crop silking, 62% of the crop entering the dough phase, and 1% showing dented. Please visit our website at licemercantile.com to learn more about our grain marketing program and crop insurance services.
Thanks, Ryan. Let's turn the page to see how markets are doing in Chicago right now. December corn down 4 1/4 to 403 1/2 per bushel. March 26 corn 421 per bushel, down 4 1/4 as well. August soybeans down 12 1/2 to 977, while new crop beans 998 1/4, down 13 cents. September wheat $5 and a dime, down a nickel. Markets brought to you by Seed Consultants. Simply better performance. Online at seedconsultants.com. August live cattle 8 cents lower to 233. September feeder cattle 20 cents down to 340.35. August hogs a bright spot, up 8 cents to 109.75, but October hog contracts down 20 cents to 91.58, and milk staying steady at about 15 cents higher across the board. This is the Ohio AgNet. I'm Joel Norwood. Thanks for tuning in.